Hello, welcome to the next edition of Thursday Special. Today, I'm going to try out a brand new archetype for Pioneer that is not a deck. It's not a thing right now, but it's one of my favorite things in all of Magic, and that is land destruction. What I think from this new set that could actually make this deck a lot stronger is Chandra's Hope's Beacon. The fact that it has the static ability that we can copy the first spell each turn and basically pick new targets. What are we going to be copying with this card? Of course, you could say land destruction spells, but there's something a little more precise that we're going to hit with it. It's called Casualties of War. So it seems perfect, especially since it is a March of the Machines. It is the Epic War. What's a better way of showcasing it and then showing the casualties of the war itself? So that is our goal for today. Otherwise, we have a solid mid-range package that has basically, been proven and Rakdos mid-range. We have 3 Shieldreds. We have 4 Fable and the Mirror Breakers to help set things up. We have 4 Assassin's Trophies to help also destroy lands. Hopefully get them off all their basics relatively early, so that way we can just wipe them out. That is the concept. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, so that way I know there is more of you out there that like land destruction. Other than that, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and share this video if you like, and let's get into the deck list. As you can see, we have 2 Chandras, 3 Primordials. I originally had the, World Breaker here, but then I realized having Fable, it's better to copy this, because once you copy it, it comes down, destroy another land. So it works quite well with Fable the Mirror Breaker. We have 3 Shieldreds, 4 Caryatids to ramp us into the mid-range package, 2 Advanced Main, 2 Soot sideboard for aggro. This is in the main board because Mono Green is pretty dominant right now, because it got a bunch of brand new cards. We have 2 Bramble Crushes to get the stupid Karn, 4 Thought Seizes, 3 Casualties of War, 4 Pushes for early interaction, 25 lands, which is pretty reasonable. Sideboard, we have 2 Pithy Needles for Karn, 3 Volleys for Mono White, Spirits, and Greasefang, 2 Terra Sunders, 4 Parhelion, as well as Worm or whatever Atroxa that we can just get it out of the way by exiling it, 2 Unlicensed Hurts for Graveyard Hate, 2 Go Blinks for a little bit more Graveyard Hate, 2 Crumble to Dust for Nykthos, as well as utility lands that we might want to bring in just and swap for this Bramble Crush and just exile all of those things. And then, like I said, we have 2 Virtual Suts for the aggro matchups. It's because they do try to get underneath us, and let's see if we can't stop that. Let's see if this deck can compete and Pioneer. Pakazan passes. Play Proving Ground. Go. Rampant Ruins passes. I think I just play a Stomping Grounds tapped. Ship the turn. Mountain. The untap. Fatal Push. Play Glade. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Pass the turn. Play the Darksteel Citadel. Fires of Invention. Land destruction actually matters in this matchup. Alright, he stomps my token. We don't need the Extinction event. Probably not this push. I was wanting the lands. I guess we don't find them. Assassin's Trophy. Alright, tutors. Gets a Combustible Gear Hulk. Alright, take some damage. Mill him. Flip the Saga. Play a Triumph. Go. I'm worried that we're not going to be able to be fast enough. Just take it. Angers. Bone Crusher. Kill the Bone Crusher. Untap. Another Casualties of War. That's not going to win the game. Scoop it up. So bring in Crumble to get rid of the indestructible lands. Pithy Needle for Karn. Down a push. 2 pushes. Or run it like that, I think. Glade tapped. Go. Ruins. Play Proving Ground. Thoughtseize. Take Fires, I guess. Cascading Cataracts. Thoughtseize. Take Cavalier. Play Stomping Grounds tapped. Go. Plays another Cataracts. Draw a Pithy Needle. Play Pithy Needle. named Karn. Pass the turn. Darksteel Citadel. Karn. Fatal Push. Pass the turn. Another Cascading Cataract. Passes. Shieldred. Pass the turn. He can anger plus strangle, but he only has one resource. Passes. Where is my freaking lands? Go to combat. Smack face. Pass the turn. Thought not seer. What do you take? Take Assassin's Trophy. We untap. We'll go ahead and crumble the Citadel. Face. Scoops it up. I think we go down one of those up a go blank on the draw. I don't like that. I'm actually thinking I might cut one of these in the actual list for another land. Mountain for the opponent. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Play ground. Pass the turn. Plays a Citadel. Passes. Play Swamp, Caryatid, go. So now I can play Fable and Proving Grounds next turn. Field of Ruin. That's probably going to hit my Proving Ground right now. Nope, just passes. All right, now he's going to do it. That's fine. Get a Forest. Play Tap Land. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Pass the turn. Fires of Invention. Thought not? Nope, stomps. Passes. We will say yes. Pitch Fatal Push. Go blank. Play Stomping Grounds. Tap. Play Shieldred. Pass the turn. Plays a tap Cave. Cavalier of Flames. Drain him. Plays a Bone Crusher Giant. Gives them both haste. Yep, pumps them again. I think I just make this exchange. I think this is correct because I don't take damage. I guess 6 plus 2 damage here if I did here. Same amount of life, I guess. We'll just take out Cavalier. Hits us for 1. Flip the Fable. Play the Beseiju. Black, black, green, green. Whatever. Cash Casualties of War. Creature. Enchantment land. Take 2. Pass the turn. That's what I was hoping to cast this game. Alright, sweeps my board. Pithing Needle. Naming Karn. Play Shieldred. Pass the turn. Gain some life. Win the match. 1-0. Let's make a slight adjustment and get into game number 2. Match number 2. Proving Grounds. Go. Got our Beacon. That's going to be interesting. Godless Shrine. Tapped. Passes. Forest. Caryatid. Go. Fortress. Okay, makes me sack my Caryatid. How rude. I don't really care about my lands this turn, so we just play that tapped. Pass the turn. If he plays a Triumph, I'm going to start popping it. This could be like an Esper Doom Foretold. Restoration of a Ganju. Gets a Plains. We untap with a Fable. Play a land. Play Fable the Mirror Breaker. Pass the turn. Discards Omen of the Sea and gets it back. It's pretty decent. Yeah, I figured this was a Yorion build. Play the Plains. Plays a Narset. Passes. So we definitely do not do that. Play a land. Play Caryatid. Pop Narset. Smack face. Pass the turn. Another Restoration of a Ganju. Gets the Plains. Plays the Plains. I assume you're just going to get Yorion in hand. Nope. Blessings. Draws 3 cards. Chandra. Exile the top card. What do we find? Fatal Push. Wait, it's exile until? Exile the top 5 cards of your library. Alright. That's not necessarily helpful, I guess. We could just crack that. Kill the Architect. Same targets. Smack face. Alright. Brings back an Omen of the Sea. Plays the Plains. Plays Rite of Oblivion. Eats my Chandra. Doom Foretold. Sack the Caryatid. Play Haunted Ridge. Copy the Shaman token. Hit ya. Sacks the Trial. Teferi. He goes ahead and draws. Plays a Watery Grave. Untaps. I wanted to make a copy, but sure. Caryatid. Kill the Architect. Smack the Fairy. Omen of the Sea. Makes 2 dorks. Probably double blocks. Yep. Exchange. Doom Foretold. Sacks the Omen. Upticks the Fairy. Puts Noodle in hand. Let me guess. You cast him? Makes perfect sense if you did. Cast Yorion. Blink the 2 omens. Okay, scries. 1/1. So he clearly likes one of his 2 cards. Alright, sack KebbieG. Play a land tap. Go. Plays another Omen of the Sea. Sacks an Omen. Up Texas Teferi draws a card. Shark Typhoon. Blessing. So like the only hope we have at this point is basically Casualties of War. And that's it. That's our only option. Because he's just going to keep stacking these little Omens and the Blessing before he gets this Typhoon. He should have enough threats by then. Trophy I don't think does anything. So we'll scoop it up. So Terra Sunder's in. Extinction Event out. I don't think wraths really matter. Then again, pushes don't do much of anything. So maybe that's better than Extinction Event. Bring in some Go Blinks, I guess. No. We're here to land destruction, so we're going to crumble to dust. I don't like that. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Go. Plays a tap. Catacombs. Passes. Blood Crypt. Untapped. Not a bad top deck. Thoughtseize you. Take Narset. Pass the turn. Plays a Plains. Bramble Crush. Play Glade. Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Pass the turn. Omen of the Sea. Plays an island. Oath of Kaya. Kills my token. I think I'm fine with my hand. Play a forest. Crumble. Eat them out of your deck. Pass the turn. He just passes the turn. You draw another Bramble Crush. Alright. Hit the island. Go to pass the turn. Got it. Run it back. Godless Shrine. Get shocked. Thoughtseize. So far this deck has been kind of sweet. Takes my KebbieG. Seems pretty reasonable. Shelly. Play ground tap. Go. Maybe I should have played a Glade. But so far this deck is actually kind of sweet. Like low key. Like it has a lot of strong cards that can hold its own. And it has land destruction in it. Mixed. Thoughtseizes. Probably take Shelly. Yeah. Seems good. Another Glade. Well, that's something. Pass the turn. Marsh. Blessing. Fable. That's like a really good top deck. Play the Fable. Play a Swamp. Fractures. My Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Ouch. Ridge. Go to combat. Smack face. Pass the turn. I don't think I do anything else this turn. I can Casualties next turn. Godless Shrine tap. Passes. Smack face. Play a land. Pass the turn. Do I blow up this marsh? Think so. Take them all blue. Alright, taps a blue. I mean, you should be doing that, right? Gets an island. Pass the turn. Wandering Emperor. He's taking damage from casting spells. Eats my token. Plays a Drowned Catacomb. Upticks the Wandering Emperor. Another Blessing. Loses the life. So I think I go ahead and cycle the Triome. Got Overgrown Tomb. Casualties of War. No artifact. No enchantment. Land Planeswalker. Blow up Catacomb. Wandering Emperor. Because these are actually hurting him. So I don't care. Dovin's Veto. That's fine. Takes a couple more damage. Makes a Samurai token. Plays a Deserted Beach. Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Pass the turn. Makes a Shark. That's not a bad clock. Plays a Sanctum. Puts a counter on it. You gonna tap me for 8? I think I block because I'm gonna probably try to Extinction Event on even. Take it down to 13. Rite of Oblivion. Eats my Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Extinction Event. Even. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Poops another dork out. Puts Yorion in hand. Cast Yorion. Takes the points of damage. I'm assuming you blink this Blessing. And the Wandering Emperor. Makes another dork. Draws 3. Crumble to dust. Crumble to dust. Drowned Catacomb. Extinction Event. Odd. I'd rather deal with the Yorion. Pass the turn. Makes another dork. Hits me for 4. Down to 9. Plays it's a fairy. Puts the Blessing to the graveyard. Passes. We top deck a land. That's like the worst possible top deck. Pass the turn. Another Wandering Emperor. Upticks it. I guess, yeah, that's fine too. Poop another dork out. Put a counter on 1. Swing for 9. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we just drew nothing but lands at the end of that one. Well, this deck is kind of sweet though. If you have any suggestions about how to improve this deck, let me know down in the comment section. But I think this is a sweet idea. That would Yeah, we were not going to draw anything relevant. I try 'em, go. Are we facing Gates? That's sweet. Yeah, playing Gates. Grazer gets a Plaza of Harmony. Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. Plaza, Gateway Plaza. Now he has the ability to pay Simic if he wants. Veil. Fable the Mirror Breaker, go. And it's so funny. So we look like a traditional like John mid-range show. We just have sweet cards that just don't see a lot of play. Look at these two. Just chillaxing in our hand. They know they're going to do some work. Guild Summit. Plays a gate, draws a card. It's very interesting that he doesn't have the traditional color so far. Red and blue. So we definitely say yes. This Fatal Push looks horrible. Double Caryatid. You know, that's not like a terrible turn. That probably means we get to ramp into something of relevance next turn. Caryatid. Mega Treasure. Pass the turn. Plays a Gruul Guild Gate. Draws a card. Gate Colossus. Seems decent. Passes. Flips the Saga. Play Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. Primordial. Abrades my KebbieG. Makes sense because I was trying to copy this thing on repeat. Blow up the Plaza because it enables blue. We will grab, I guess, a Proving Ground. Pass the turn. Alright, Zorius Guildgate. So he has blue mana back. Grazer. I assume he attacks with the Gate Colossus. Yeah, seems pretty decent. Hits us. Down to 8. Another Gate Colossus. Oh my god, that was like the perfect draw, right? Red. Whatever. Chandra. Uptick. Add 2 mana. Green and black. So this is black. Green. Cast Casualties of War. Destroy artifact, creature, enchantment, land, cast. So choose an artifact, choose a creature, enchantment, land. Hit here. Blow up the board. That was what I wanted to do. I accomplished my goal. Cool. Smack face. So he plays any gate though, he can get back to Colossus. So like it's not like a temporary solution. I mean, it is a temporary solution. That was sweet. Scoops it up. Okay, so Crumble in over Bramble. Extinction Event actually was kind of nice. Go Blink in. And maybe Terra Sunders. Go down the pushes. I don't like that. Lots of Harmony. Passes. Overgrown Tomb. Tap. Go. We have the Caryatids to ramp. I'm not sure if I want more 2-drop ramp creatures or not. It could be a possibility. Plays a Plaza. Now he has 2 any color lands. Play the Swamp. Play Caryatid. Pass the turn. Boros Guildgate for the opponent. Passes. Extinction Event. Not really helpful. I can, however, get down Shieldred. So we play Shieldred. Pass the turn. You have a counter? Okay. Can't do nothing about that. Pass the turn. So he has 2 gates. So Gates Ablaze only does 2 damage. Plays a Dovin. Passes the turn. So I think I go ahead and play Caryatid. Thought Sees You. So much Gates Ablazes. Take Growth Spiral. Pass the turn. Ram for the opponent. Not a bad top deck for him. Casualties of War. Pass the turn, I think. Terrace under the Dovin so I can casualty. And if he tries to Gates Ablaze, I think I want a trophy in response. No attacks for the opponent, weirdly enough. Plays a Plaza of Harmony. So that does not add another gate to Gates Ablaze. Trophy the Dovin. No basics for the opponent. That is not information you should have I needed to know. Poor guy. I think it's about ready to be over for him. So green. Casualties. Destroy creature. Land. Pop. So now you're down to just a blue and just nothing but Boros colored. Pass the turn. Next turn we get Beseiju. The Boros Guildgate. Poor Gates player. All right, got there. 2-1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? And after making that slight change and having 26 lands, I don't think we really had problems with mana after. Just by cutting 1 Primordial which I think is actually the most expensive card in the deck for 7 mana. We didn't manage to accomplish one of my main goal of this entire video, was to use Chandra with Casualties of War. Managed to do it in the exact same turn, thanks to Chandra's +2. So that's kind of sweet. So we're able to we annihilated that poor Gates player. As a Gates fanatic, I feel so guilty about that. But of course, like I said, this deck just has the natural good pieces from Jund mid-range, or quote unquote Rakdos mid-range, with Shelly, Fatal Push, and Thoughtseize, and Fable the Mirror Breaker. So we actually have a decent solid card quality in the actual list, but we also managed to just get Casualties of War, which could end the game relatively on the spot. Bramble Crush is probably a little bit too memey, but I want to play with it. I could cut this for another Primordial and maybe another ramp spell, maybe, so we can get into the stuff later. The later stuff earlier. Overall, I think the sideboard is pretty solid, actually. Crumble to Dust really performed solid in the matchups we brought it in. I felt like 2 of the matchups I brought it in, it's really good against Gates, turns out, and it's really good against the Doom Foretold deck. So, like, Crumble to Dust is actually relatively a good spell. So I wonder why it doesn't see enough play. It eats Nykthos out of the entire deck, which really slows down mono green. So there's a lot of things that this card can do. Destroy utility lands like Castle Lochwain, which can bring you to your own demise. So I think this actually is a relatively decent land destruction spell in the format. Overall, I thought the list performed solidly. Like I said, if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comments, because I would love to improve this list even further, push it maybe to another video. But I was super excited about trying this list because I thought Chandra could actually help this list out quite a lot. We don't really have that much red in the deck because, well, I don't know. Red is a reasonable color in the format, but it's not like as strong as black is. So I was super impressed by the list. Hopefully you were too. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe before you get out the door, and talk to you soon.